Yes, guys, I hope you're good. Before we do the match review, I just want to let you know that we decided to rebrand the channel to the Coolest Chess podcast, and then this is the new direction that we're focusing now at the moment. So, overall, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share the link to everyone that you know. Yeah, man. So, what a result last night. What a result. What a game. I know it took us to the last minute, but overall, what a performance. Because I didn't see Newcastle threatening us. They had two shots on target. One was Amaron, the other one was our mistake. So, overall, I think we played very well, but sometimes we need to this. We need to be more clinical in order to win these games. So, Jerry, welcome, and what are your thoughts about the Chelsea versus Newcastle game?
Yes, good morning, and thank you for having me. It's a great opportunity to discuss about the positives and the game. And I'm thrilled, I'm very satisfied, very content with the performance. And congratulations to you and the whole community that we are in the semifinals. And it means a lot because it's a new squad that we are trying to develop, integrate, and by the time we will play semifinal and hopefully the final, you know, I'm also looking into this as an opportunity that in the next month or two we can always improve with the players we have with Nkunku Lavia playing more. So there is a good chance. Why not? Semi-final only two wins away. So it's a great opportunity. Of course, I will get very excited and will think about lifting the cup once we are in the final. It's still semi-final. We have to do the job. Final, we can really believe that these guys will absolutely love to do it. As far as the game is concerned, I'm very satisfied. Of course, there are elements which could be improved. The only thing that is of a concern, I would say honestly. Of course, I don't want to be negative because there's so many positives in this game, but the way we conceded, I have to talk on that, right? This is not good at all. It's not Pochettino's fault. Come on, if anyone would blame Pochettino for that goal, they should learn football or they should stop talking about football until they learn it. I have to be honest about that. It's nothing Pochettino can do the way we conceded, right? So, okay, Thiago Silva failed to close it down and get the touch on the ball clearly. So I won't really blame him too much because he knew this. Badiashile was at the right place. He could easily have cleared it, but again, I won't like go hard on Buddy Shile particularly and say he's not a good defender because I think he is. He will be an amazing player for us. But the thing is that yesterday, of course, he made a huge blunder and he was not focused. It was a bad decision, and he hit the ball on his right feet, and it came back as a gift to the attacker. So that was a bad moment. And of course, we have not conceded like this in this season, but we are leaking soft goals, right? And it was another example. So we should really improve on that. Of course, Pochettino could not have done anything. It's up to the players. We are talking about Silva and Badishile, right? And very experienced player and a very good defender, young good defender. So these mistakes can happen anytime. But it's the good thing is after conceding this goal, we did take some time in the first half. It was an okay first half, not bad, but not very exciting or something that we can say, okay, we showed great determination or control. But we were largely in control even in the first half. But there was a concern that how would we deal with this? Because once we have conceded and because we are not generally playing well, I mean, we are losing games, playing well and losing games. The concern, I think, most of the fans watching in the stadium and home would have the same feeling. How would we come back from 1-0? But when the second half started, it was refreshing. I think the intensity was amazing. It was very intense. It reminded me of the first half against Arsenal. Not the same, but the intensity was there, right? We of course dominated the possession, and it's a good domination. It's not like just playing with the ball. We created ample of opportunities. We could have scored even in the first half. We had opportunities to score. I think Sterling was again wasteful. Broya, these two players. Sterling had great opportunities. He missed a lot of passes, and even like late in the second half when and Kunku came in. He had a brilliant opportunity in the counter. On the counter, both of them had a great run, and the way they linked. I mean, they ran with the ball. Sterling ran with the ball, and Kunku next to him. It was a perfect opportunity. He just needed a very. It was he was just to his left at the right place. He just needed to pass him. But he again, as many times we have seen in this season, his he hit it very hard. It was a very hard touch, and the ball was nowhere near in Kunku. It could have been a goal right there. And Broya, I don't know, like generally, like he's good. What I like about him, he's good because of his height and physicality. He receives the ball, or he's good at holding the ball when the defenders have the long passes towards him. He does that job very well. But then, like he was also like from the right, he played a lot when he was trying to take on the defender and trying to pass or make the play from the right. But again, the final product is missing. Same for Nicholas Jackson. Again, it's not a criticism. It is more to do with that we play well. We could have won this one 4-1. Come on. I mean, on another day with better strikers, this is a 4-1 win, in my opinion. A 3-1 at the least, or even 5-1 with the chances we had. So that's why I keep on saying or telling that we can improve. We need a goal scorer. We need someone to score goals. And this is not the only thing that we need to improve, but it will significantly improve us in the points table. And and in Kunku, it was great to see him, right? Even though he had little opportunities, of course, he was here for what 23 minutes with stoppage time. But we can always see the people who understand football can see his movement, the way he was linking up, going into the box, making his runs. That was great. Even though it's first game debut for Chelsea, but we can clearly see that he is on the next level. And yeah, and I'm very hopeful with Nkunku coming back that the goal scoring issues would be solved. Modric, I'm so happy to see that he scored. Of course, he was trying very well. Gallagher had one of the best games, probably the best game I would say in this season. He did everything good. Of course, he could have scored. He hit the woodwork. He had another opportunity. We can always say that in the final third in the box, he could have hit the ball or tried to make better passes. That's all fine. But generally, his timing, his runs, his tackling, his passing, closing down both the offense and the defense, I think it was wonderful. Again, I'm very happy to see that. And now, and never I said that we should sell him. I always understand like people like Carlito. I respect his work. They don't like Gallagher because of his skills. But when Gallagher keeps on producing these performances, even if I say and agree that Gallagher is not so good technically, you got the point, right? But he does many things that are amazing. And personally, with this performance again, what he did, what he produced, personally, I really don't want him to go. It's another topic we can always discuss. We have discussed a bit. Again, I think Pochettino has said very clearly he loves Gallagher. He thinks he is one of the best player, important component in the team. But he also said that it's not his decision. Maybe he's giving us an indication that the board has something. And if the board will sell him, it will only for getting Osimhen or any other world class player. So it will be, even the board won't be happy to sell him. So we'll discuss that later. But I see if we sell Gallagher, it will be more to do with financial thing to balance the book, get the money for Osimhen and stuff like that. But I hope he stays because yesterday again, like he proved me, or maybe other people who are rational look into things objectively. I think he's good. He can really improve. Still 23. Now again. Yesterday, I get a great like feeling of a player that plays for Chelsea who is striving so hard. And Modric, like amazing performance again. He of course with more time and more game he will improve. But a great decision with the laps. In the defense, he took the opportunities. He was running with full flow, and he adjusted the momentum and his body to score the goal. So it's a great finish, and also the I don't appreciate and I won't like promote people fighting, but it's good to see like the way that Madsen was tackled. I think it could even be a red card if VAR was improved. So of course Woodridge stood for him. It was great to see that. So overall, what I would like to conclude by saying that performance was really good. Second half, the performance was good. We could have scored 2 3 goals in the second half, but the biggest satisfaction is with this young core of the young group core group of players, and what we did yesterday, we it was a knockout game. We were trailing by a goal, but we did not give up. Not at any point. Of course, I was thinking when will we score the goal because we are not clinical. But in the second half, I was seeing the how they were striving, how they were fighting for it. They did not give up. They were up for it the entire second half and most of the first half as well. So this is a very positive sign. And then coming to penalties, it's the most important period. Even world class players can feel the occasion. I think they practice. I would say they practice very well. The four, all four we shots we converted. It showed that they practiced a lot. To me, at least, it showed that they practiced a lot, and they they were not nervous. If anything, we always felt from the start that Newcastle is nervous, and the way Petrovic saved the fourth penalty, adjusting in in his dive was amazing. So I'm very very satisfied. What it shows me and tells me that these players have gone through a very difficult game, a knockout game, in which they will only get the belief and the confidence moving forward. So this is, in that way, I think it's a huge win. And I agree with Conor Gallagher in the post game. He said a 2-0, 3-0 win, he would have preferred this win to a 2 or 3-0 win, in the context that this coming back from a deficit, getting the goal, going to the penalties and winning it would give the group a whole new set of belief.
100% spot on. I agree with you. And then the other thing that I liked about sports, and then fans criticize him a lot. It was playing Malo Gusto at the right time because he gave us something different. We got the energy from him. Another thing also, Ian Marcin playing, which those fullbacks gave us balance. So we just need more from him in order to win games. So, so before we wrap it up, what is your thoughts about the substitution of Malo Gusto Malo Gusto for Levi Colwell, and then Disasi for Ian Martin?
I mean, it's not conventional, right? So, of course, people can criticize, but I also understand, given that we needed a different dimension into the game. And of course, Gusto was not fit, so how can he have started even if he was the preferred choice? And to give more depth and add to the attacking flair, I think it was important, even though he don't generally prefer Madsen, but we can see clearly that he was adding more into the attack and linking up well. uh, of course it's not conventional. All these things would be questioned, so I can understand personally if I were to take the decision, so I would not have considered these options. But to the defense of Pochettino and to make sense of this, if you see the bench, how many options do we have? What are the options, right? So he also have to play with what he has, right? So, and again, like, we see a great performance again. Enzo, unfortunately, he got unfit, right? So there are many things that he has to adjust accordingly, and we don't have like the players available. We don't have our full backs. So what will he do? Of course, he will play players out of position. And again, like when he was using Martin, it was like more in an advanced position. He was playing more as a midfielder. So we also have to see that as well, right? So this is something I'm not looking too much into, because once we have, and again, I hope we will have the players back from the injury with all Chilwells and Kunku and Labias of our world to be fully fit and playing till the end of the season. So I think this issue will be solved. Right now, he don't have many options, so he's doing what he has, and in those in the game management and the players available, of course, he has to make some decisions. So I don't think so that there was anything that backfired, because Newcastle had two shots on target, and they were not at all like in the game, especially in the second half. We kept the ball, we dominated them. Of course, we should have scored earlier, could have won 3 or 4-1. So I'm not looking too much into the tactical changes, because if you see the options, what else he could have done apart from maybe one, or maybe some one different change, you know. So generally, I can understand what he was doing, and moving forward, once the players are available and fully fit, I believe that he will have more settled, a more preferable starting 11 right now, which we can see so many chops and changes, which I also don't agree with, and a more solid structure and a pattern. So I'm very satisfied right now, and I know that people would always criticize no matter what.
Yeah, man, I decide. I agree with you. So overall, thank you for your time as always, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next podcast. Up the Charles.
Up the Chels, take care and enjoy the win against Wolves. Go on a run. We need to go on a run. Take care. Enjoy. Merry Christmas.